The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official post-fight review for Daniel Dubios versus Joyce. Joyce puts on a masterclass performance, and I said yes, masterclass performance with his jab. Joyce in this fight deserves so much respect, deserves so much credit because he went in there tonight with a guy who, yes, was inexperienced. Yes, you could say he hadn't fought nobody. Yes, you could say he fought bin men. But that guy that was fighting bin men that was inexperienced was the same guy that people going into the fight were calling the best prospect in heavyweight boxing. Completely disregarding, disrespecting, and not giving Joyce a chance to win this fight. And it was a brilliant fight. You know, tip of the cap goes to Dubois. Tip of the cap goes to Joyce. You know, we saw in this fight, Dubois, he had some great moments in this fight. He had some great spells in this fight, some bright moments in this fight where you saw Dubois landing a straight 1-2. You know, the straight 1-2 hook, the straight 1-2 double 2 hook. He had all kinds of combinations that he was landing on Joyce in this fight, but the problem for him was Joyce could take his shots. Joyce had the durability, the chin, the heart, the stamina, and the grit to take those shots, pressed forward, and was composed enough to still maintain boxing behind that jab, boxing a very disciplined fight behind that jab, and he was boxing behind that jab. He was boxing behind that jab, Joyce. I mean, we talking about Joyce was like, he was here, he was surveying, he was relaxed, he was flowing, he was stepping over, stepping over, Joyce boxed a very beautiful fight behind that jab, and you know, if anybody didn't know about Joyce's boxing skills, now you know. You know, he won an Olympic silver medal, and they don't just give those away. You know, he had to have some semblance of boxing skills, and he doesn't just have some semblance of boxing skills. This guy can really box. This guy, and he showed tonight against Daniel Dubois, who was looked at to be the best heavyweight prospect in boxing. So he takes his O, and he derails the Daniel Dubois hype train before it can get any more steam. And now Joyce is in the driver's seat for the I want to say young because he's 35, but for the up and coming heavyweights. You know, he's flying the flag right now. You know, I think with that win and that performance against that level of opposition, you know, he's definitely passed Dubois because he beat him, and you know he's definitely passed for the time being until Philip Hrgovic fights someone. He's past Hrgovic, so he's flying that flag high right now for the upcoming heavyweights. And he called out Usyk in the post fight, and Usyk came and fought in the World Series of Boxing. Usyk beat him, so that'd be a good fight. You know, I love to see in the professional ranks how that fight plays out because Joyce he's got all the ingredients of a fantastic professional fighter. You know, a great chin, good stamina, balls, determination. You know, the great Don Turner. I did an interview with the former trainer Don Turner, and you know, he said that one thing that makes a great fighter is balls. And you know, this guy Joyce has balls. He's smart. He thinks. He's got it. He's got it, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops. As for Dubois, that jab had his eye closed all the way shut, and Joyce wasn't letting up. Joyce was not letting up. Joyce was throwing that jab. He kept throwing it and 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 some more, and eventually it got that eye closed shut. And to the point where Dubois, you know, he turned Daniel Dubois into Kell Brook, and he made Daniel Dubois take a knee, and Dubois stayed down for the duration of the 10 count, and that's how the fight ended. So now the question becomes, did Daniel Dubois quit? And I think it is personally, like, look, I'm gonna sound like a dick when I say this. I don't want to sound like a dick when I say this, but like there was still the championship rounds. I know I'm not in there. I know I'm not a professional fighter, so I know it's easy for me to be an armchair quarterback and criticize these fighters. I'm not criticizing them there, but the way that looked, a lot of people are going to say that he quit. I'm not saying it, but a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of videos, people saying that he quit. So now that's going to be attached to his name, and he's got a long way to go to rebuild himself. And now we're going to see just how great Daniel Dubois is. Was he all just hype? You know, was he all just a product of good matchmaking? Because I've been saying it for a while, even before this fight, that Daniel Dubois has been fighting some of the worst opposition for a prospect in boxing, any division in boxing, because last 3 fights he fought Ricardo Schneiders, had the worst chair pick of one of the worst chair picks of all time against Kyle Taro Fujimoto, Richard Latte. You know, he hasn't really been fighting a lot of fights to get him ready for a guy like Joyce. More so fights to build his confidence and resume up, but they build you up to break you down, and broken down he was in this fight. So we're gonna see where he goes from here. I think there's still a lot of potential, still a lot of good things about Daniel Dubois that he could take even from this fight. Because I mean, for as good as Joyce is, you know, he was boxing really well with Joyce. He was landing his jab, he was landing his straight right hand, which was money. There are a lot of positives to take from this fight and build off of if you're Daniel Dubois. And now it's about having some mental toughness, looking inward, and really knowing that, hey, and asking yourself that question of, hey, how great do I want to be? How bad do I want this? Do I get knocked off my pivot and knocked off my path because this guy beat me and outboxed me? No. You gotta look into yourself and say, hey, I'm gonna push forward. I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna show the world that, hey, that night I wasn't my best. Maybe I didn't have the right experience. He was a better man, but I'm still a world-class fighter, and I'm still gonna go on to be a great fighter when it's all said and done. So I wish Daniel Dubois nothing but success in his career. And I'll definitely be following his road back. But tonight's not about Dubois. It's about Joyce, because this is a guy that everybody said was slow. Hell, I said he was slow. I was one of the many people who picked Dubois to win this fight. But, you know, they said Dubois was slow. They said Joyce was slow, that he can't box, that he can't do this, he can't do that. And he showed the world tonight. The world watching, the boxing world watching. He showed that he's got the minerals, as they say in the UK. He's got the minerals, the balls, the huevos. You know, he's got all that in a bag of chips to beat a guy like Daniel Dubois. And he turned in a boxing masterclass. So all he can do is respect Joyce. All he can do is tip a cap to Joyce and appreciate Joyce for just a beautiful exhibition of the sweet science of boxing that we love so much here on True School Sports. So that's my post-fight review. You guys give me yours in the comments down below. I like to let you guys. I like you guys to give me your thoughts on what you made of this fight. Shout out to all of you guys who stopped by the live. It was a brutal undercard. You know, it wasn't a very great undercard. You had like Jack Catterall and a bunch of other fighters on there, but we made it. And I'll be live for Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. in a couple hours. So if you watch this video, go stop by over there, and it'll be a great time. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. But like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.